Okay, Coco, hi. Your people are
Yeah,
waiting for you. Huh? They're like, "Where's Coco? Where's Coco?" Yeah. So
voilà.
anyway, I'm happy we could get Coco on, and then you need to don't pull a pipe breakers in the live stream. Or if you're watching this live stream from the start, feel free to fast forward until you see Coco. Okay. So this is our artist today. Now
Yeah,
let me connect my sound.
what's up, brother?
Got it. Don't know why I'm do.
Relevant
I
to
can't sing, y'all. I'm just, yeah. I just love the song, so I can't sing. But all right, Coco, any Linya can say something.
yeah,
Sound
linga
check.
jen linga linga
Yep,
mo.
perfect. Now we can roll. We can rock and roll. All right. Just my
Let's
energy
go.
just killed in the first three shots in one, but now I guess the fourth is the lucky one. All right.
I'm so
So
sorry, man.
anyway,
I'm so sorry, man.
now we can get real.
What's up? This
Yeah,
year,
ain't
linga
nothing much,
because
man.
like starting one
Nothing
gala
much.
lagar season towel.
I know. I did not get the memo. I came late.
Bari,
I did not get the memo. All right. But anyway, here is Coco Malayanitana. So live stream minute bene English kana enough. So everybody can hear it. All right. So go minute video ni ka biga ka niti ningon. Sima nur bakan karodian, but we're gonna make sure that Biana understand Maladiana, okay? We're gonna make sure that it will be in a link and Maladiana, okay? Um, but some of the American audience, the rest of the world, don't you think we're chicken and because quite peak in between, Because tango the me Milaran line kela link, kid kela link, they ran and you know what are they talking about? Kimalakana young, okay? So we're not too worried about that. And also like to all my outsider, from the rest of the world, Africa, USA, UK, whatever, those that do not speak our native tongue, I just want to give you guys a heads up. It is going to be a mixed language, and we're talking about real things that are happening in community that people don't really talk about. And this is one of a special interview with Koko Debest. He is a South Sudanese Ethiopian musician, a rapper specifically. Um, check out his YouTube channel to get familiar with his work as well. But he is here to tell you guys his story and also what is going on in the North community. Now, remember, North is a tribe, okay? It's a one tribe. But South Sudan as a whole, there's a lot of things going on that are similar in each community, okay? Um, so a lot of you guys can understand what is going on in the South Sudanese community and the rest of us that are, kind of cut off into Ethiopia. This is a very common problem, but it has really escalated to a whole different level. Even here in America, for a lot of you guys that knows, hip hop this, hip hop challenges, underground hip hop. Um, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what goes on there, and this has spread out worldwide. Worldwide. All right, Coco the Best. Mala, 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 mala. You need to have to take a live stream. Mala, 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 mala. Welcome to Ellie Nyamal Lifestyle Talk Show. So go to introduce, go to Larnaya Yunga, and then yeah, go from there. So take it off.
Yeah, first of all, de laro silore te welcome back. Chala time bar kuji, Kenya ideal, these people they are familiar with me. Like I can, they know nga koko nga dong cheng charo double a lot along, you know. They introduce me in your community dam because they are much to go see the community even back to do mukine do go ne they need to live from you.
That's definitely a conversation for another day. But yeah. Yeah,
Besides that,
that's true.
I'm doing good. I'm okay. Wow, wow. I can't complain.
I like that. So Yeah, it's about the weather and my late year lady as in don't cheer him. Ke right and ka bil lati be yel bitum. Can oba panana ba been interview, but minga yelen ka interview ka not daily, but I check it on so being go been interview ka in my page many. Tang ko na mi tiran door to tiran ang ngejo ne door away the process, So, I was still in a learning stage, I was still in a development stage. So my first experience, I experienced a lot. Okay, so like this is something I really, really want to do, because now that they're being committed into something, and that's usually what happens. So on, but now this is the real thing. I think I built confidence and kacha ko nga jalong kaya kacha the North community check to understand even more can the North music industry. So check to understand even more. So I'm here, I'm back, Biapeliaka, and I'm glad a lot of people are happy that I'm back. So I'm happy too. I feel good about this. Yeah. So now
It's
just
a
to
lot.
kick off to the point, yes, Naka Yilung and the whole entire community, you are trending nonstop. You are trending. These pages is like all about you, okay? Especially my
Okay.
feed is Coco. Everything Coco, 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 okay? So, Coco, tell us about your give us a minor introduction about your whole journey as a hip hop artist, and then you have gone kula we jump in the middle. You don't have to give all details, just skip it through. At least for some of the newcomers in Dong Chila Paiben that don't know your story but they know you, and also for my fashion community. So,
Yeah, ke cricketing konto la dera da bien dong da ngani specifically dong kuje tin kono la da rather bien a newcomer mu kai ben ka hip hop music, hip hop community, a society me big, it's a society where everyone go a history ko dong yen ba la do ram je long yen ba la do ram ram ngen music long jaram no ngi dia nyal ana mi chu bu je na mo gor la dong ba ilya na goro bi la jin ko wa ni to ken ba bi ko ya ken, so it should have been from nowhere been abu jogote on and this is hip hop, I'm top. Hip hop sometimes take a death, be hip hop can your personality be that. So when it comes to hip hop, can your personality, like now most of the people like I'm a bad guy outside there, but when you meet me in person, don't see tell me don't be on my room, take chick on their gas, you know. So I don't know hip hop can and we are totally two different people, way down in la hip hop when it comes to music and different person. So when it comes to my social life, I'm different, you know. So two music, two Jacob, the Jirul, everything, but take over, the Gurkun and the dark. So
I
again,
totally
make it like
agree.
second day,
Yeah,
Monday come, cause community that no one telling it don't like hip hop. Tell it
yeah.
young like hip hop. But so far, since I like one and I get any hip hop, finish away, so they don't want to take them. No, Ramadong,
I know.
community, don't do, we know,
Yeah.
don't hip hop, hip hop, you don't quicker. Like the reaching one when it comes to hip hop. So, like the
Real
reaching one,
stuff. Yeah.
no. Really start. She thing to don't while I make a microphone, you can be all and everything. And that's why you see me. Some can never take it. Me can't like me can't like that line. Some people never say on the microphone if you know to organ. That's not me. Me willing. You're listening to different person.
Amen. No, that's a really good message, because hip hop is about reality. It's about culture. It's about thing to a win, cái hip hop what gì là cái boom boom thì don't chả lặt cái, but like cái cái hip hop. Um, and it's all about the story and the struggle and the challenges that we go through. So we're very happy, level and like, God and you want to tell it, they're coming after you, they're trying to rise up in hip hop. So now, going forward, can level is in Alabama, yeah. what has changed? What has been the difference? Why you two just kind of what you took in our tenor right now at this level? So tell us the process or the progress.
The difference is known and so made and me tell you know, I was working on myself, you know, me seven minute seven like changa generating one. She different now and medan can enter their own and medan telling it like quick but now it is quick the long, you know, the more chete one up, the more chete need to the more take it is go about the more telling it like go, you know. So that's the difference. You will want tell a issue need to want music, tell a ramijigro the agent in a rule, tell a move, you know. But now so go a she popular to the deep, because you quit when we did it too.
Yeah, popularity comes with a lot of crap. It does. You know, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Fame is not easy, man. Because once, you know, Chumana Nicki Minaj, a lot of I hear they coming for me because the top is lonely. What are they gonna say? You know?
Yeah, teacher,
So the higher you
Malay,
go, yeah, the more stones will be thrown at you. So yeah, I can see that's what's happening now, you know, and it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. Um, so tell us a little bit about, you know, level that you've been attending with all of these challenges, kind of got in Dong Lelebin Koru or whatnot. How did it all started? Is there like some sort of an agenda going in them, taking to at a personal level, or they just want to be recognized as well? Kung ikana to dajin nena wimon. Um, is that some because that's something I think our community doesn't understand that oh a certain higher level la take a native quite need a long key down but a native good on bigger judge but you as well because you gonna understand and the what it means to be famous or a celebrity in your work. So what can you add to that?
yeah, so I mean, the medium, you know, music, take a native can understand the community dance, you know, native to anyone, native pardon. I'm nominated to be in two. We don't take a thing one to don't stop together because this is been rare to don't really talk, you know, by the book or anything one. And most of the people quick in the corner need to connect right in the can in that team, you know. Ko si garan cha bu ko mi jiet ko mi dong men ke ko ste ke tin wan la te ke tin ki chang ne yo mi ti panani ti ko berare yo ba ga bla yo, you know, the media al bi ke ben big Kenyal, but you Joko, you are wrong, and that but thing one can keep can go back blood, you know.
Yeah.
First of all, because I'm not situation, that the situation we can understand Kenyan before television a lot. Before Kenny got the Kenny need you go do mutual, you know. So again and I'm don't be meeting one because you are misa ngedikan.
Okay.
And it's a free world. We been to this step one many
Yeah.
we don't win one go out of win one to go out of no,
Yeah.
take a lot of things. People are name of the world, your brother look up some men see this a bike.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, our community, like, kind of don't understand the meaning of fame, kind of celebrityness, you know, kind of don't understand. Don't let on we do it and you know, oh, you know, that person is living the best life, you know, they're enjoying their life, they're a celebrity, ngay ka we moon, you know, so there's envy and jealousy involved, right? It's not just like it's a normal thing in any industry, right? Um, but our people, they have not understand that Coca-Cola, the first generation, we are the first generation to be recognized at an international level, right? So begotten you want to be caught because they just only see the picture. They don't see the struggle that you go through. In that level, right? They don't see the process, you know. Then you like international level. and then they create their own
Back
ideas. Yeah, their own process and their own way to go. Okay, and I feel like um,
yeah.
instead of like how can we teach them code and there is a process, there is a struggle that you have to go through in order to get to that level. Um, you can't just assume that, oh, I can do it too, I can be famous too, I can be a rapper too, I can be a hip hop artist too. you know so what can you say that can help them understand, oh, and in order to be a famous kid, a celebrity, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a straight road. There's a lot of challenge that you go through. Like, share some of your story that you had to go through to get where you are.
Yeah, one thing I can understand on like most of the people I think grow you could be limited. Making one making a mission to okay action, Because
Hmm.
mission will be there and to be alive talk be be talk of not tell them the struggle of them everything. Being in
Yeah,
Google I think what I do, you and go and quite criticize your friend, you cannot do this and that, You let me know and your capability could be to disease like in Karwadi. So whenever you bring to government and to get in your meeting one become guard longo ram letting in KDD baguro batin the bangaj,
Bangladesh, exactly.
bagur and go at least by you can by you know thing you know. Uh
Mm.
ka min diligent ko ante kenta ino sana bele west ko na ben wari ka advice, because michi we cook advice min dana le dikke ba onyo ngi je the same thing no these people out here, can music can understand
Mm.
can ngaji can, eno dongi binaben ka music. I think so need to look you. I think the didn't go out to this, but you know need to do right to show.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
we go more chance can it on your let's say to con generation to go on. Everybody
Mm.
go on and agent ban on everybody go agent baling on everybody agent ballad ram and engaging walk along.
Yeah.
But Miss you be tell ram doing what going to be the algorithm linking in one with more. Don't go going to keep your road worker, go to be con like Kenyan. Kiran ci bi jay ta guji je ke je we ram ni me chane no ke ben go ni tele me ngaje you know you don't know what you know man ngai me kuji o ci ne jien from go ajien no tin ci ne bi tom ni go ni kuji man ngai me is better go bilan jin ko zan do mo jien
Yeah.
sometimes ba ka ngi ci ben jina bi jo ba bin fal fen ko do mo kuji lo de bro du kula ci jien mu la reka ki ti gare ti
Yeah.
gare so ne to wan ti kan gare ko community dan ba ta
Yeah.
ngi ko rana dini o bali min nan tete dini to ga an ngai roje longo no goro do la ko digi no no
Advise
support
this, advise this, advise that. I agree.
yeah
Advice all around. Is everything is advice?
yeah so I feel like these
Yeah.
people are not because ba men dano be ke be ngaji ken ko ba ngaji ken so
Um,
I'm sorry something want to be explain the question in answer to so mi tira mu gujo ne dong belel gan gan mu ngai ngwa ba palro do pin ko dan bagu ni ko ta na no buro be nyin ga bagala maybe ba lo len se let go ni si o dong ba lo len ko ba ne dia lu jo ga tam je ki be boro do mu gru mu bo ke di dong kulo na kala mu bi
yeah. No, you
na
definitely made a good point, and I think like our community, they need to understand. Oh, no, put on get talent, keep it on good or that, like they take it there. There's only two things in good in life: support and encouragement. You know. Tell a much me kamran me you know. Um, but it's a mindset that we have to change in our community, Kenya. The community has to change that mindset. Oh, and cha gat cha bu ko men no ko jin man gat ka ki gwan gat ka. Okay. But got be la con study ko in Iran take a deck, right? Everybody is different. Chẳng got me da be la jin la wa take de ji. Me a jin doctor no one ka got no man dang belong dong ni mu da dien. Me chiu like a doctor, you know. Instead of bukulo criticizing the key instead of on be la ni je jor either pen ni je on ne be men gura be la re take the bellad or ki mu lo do bom a bellad a che chu gwa wetin about the pain, right? So this is like it's a community thing. Our community is very new. It's very new to popularity because the industry, right? So no one can like yeah, we work at college, we work got engineer, like ten engineer, doctor, politicians, can
Oh,
right? Yeah.
thing don't say, she can let it say.
Yeah, but
The thing work.
it's the same struggle. Banako ni kajan South Sudan and Kwalaguro de development, Engineer ni chaga higher. Tell to quite develop, doctor ni ajan on name take a courage to a kitty village which are bomb, but when you can tell lock and now, right? Tira again give to cooking sigajan music, right? Music, a menu do and a day loan attack a jet, then I'll bull a jet. Junkie will jingle out about to don't you get, right? Yeah. Me
Now,
a quick on a doctor and a jeka G music, but you? Again, oh yeah, like a copyright. And take natural technology age. Everything can distribute. As long as you book like 100K, 10K, whatever, 50K, 1 million, that's how the artist makes money with copyright. Okay. So bukan ganen overtime, so much can ganen in our community can ganen kamuch mideran project as well, But ko ti ku di chagalo den jin gat kel ka gan were min ti lo le bom ko ngur ba ba min la da ba la bien result bien lo ne ru we don't have a lot of telecom gat ni want ti chara no ki ti bum lo kien, right? Yeah, a lot of only 2% are the wealthiest in the planet, right? Yeah, and 2% a ton. Imagine out of 9 billion people, okay, majority take a low IQ. They're all followers, but 2% a ton. I got to look in what boom go on there. I just look at them and ladder and not the jail like they live. Bad luck a minute, but you go with it. Then the rule, move you quoting, but the result about then by the luck, by the praise, by the come flower in the coop, we learn how to have a book at the next level. Um, so I think that's something big our community does need to understand is encourage and support your child. Okay. Um, and then also new level of money where you beat a lot of struggle. Rama la kona bini jera ke idea ki ka feeling jera la buga ni jelo the most. Irun mi rapper the den mi lo ben nyal koru be jega beje long siga way ti jega ja, right? Ko jen jit gada nyam, right? Um, so it's a really huge trophy, we can be really proud of that. So now, there's a lot of people as did I'm sure digging in the comment section. I don't know muku and um so they want to know about the beef, okay? The beef at Tuaganaka, the NAS industry, or Tugaraka, Tuaka 2024, Terracinala Wood Data 2025. So give us a little insight. And would a lot of community on about the beef? What do they need to hear about the beef? And what can they take from you?
yeah, like men to kill on and question about the kid, I'm a kid, and his own interest. Uh, Tanak, Lanaro, then you could work around work and anything. Kulo wilu njo ke jog jog okay chego jega a mandana talk ang hadije uh take me to one to go de ngai ko ne mu talk uh but misi gu ye yo tin talk everyone te chara mun ngaje ke
That's true. It's like they listen to respond.
te chara mun ngaje ke ko
Mm.
mandana dong tin en ti dia la latini te tel music mi to be ka bit la gore ge ne biti ka clue mu gatin. So
Yeah.
let's say on an different man even if chang ba chup ko dong be la real you know kane ti gur ko no kane ti nak bom ko bi ko benyal you know ta ko le
Mm.
ko ne koko jara madana bi ne diaro dien kam nyal ko because when you look at the music industry now
You're like an
tell a
Iron Man.
rapper tell a rapper me can be the are more than me you know tell a rapper me can be are more than me you know tell a rapper me take a popularity more than me. So since failure, Sekarama Pai one of the failure people, one of the flop artists, flop. Sarobian Kulo Ridi Odidi, Ike Nadoni, Ike made the Latin news, you know. So sometimes be to the middle of this, be Mukuji be like, but the young Adana, the young Adon talk, you know, because and music that makes you go, making one second and an quick and melody. That's why Satung Wal, you need one chick a tail, Tang and Tarot and breed like any news, Tang and Tarot and Bilil like any to cocaine to saling. And no more, when you look at it, a failure, you know, and a man tell me don't be called Arco and if you talk and if you talk and if you talk on. I remember 2022, Tayan, targeting. You know, take a night to take your own and the generation kono quick ka social media changa babara biya ga balada ko ara mala nyanga la ko keep in private chana no ga ko ba nyanga ba nga community. So when I came out, you know, the first thing I check on jit o to garmu na da makune da tikel me check am sikre ni bial ke ga garmu panan mi chika lo roi ichina ichika no lat ko ne ide mo ke fundraising de la fundraising de ko lo you know. Then I go gara passing on an cocoa, long road, can you get in corner ladder. So Miss Edal, the family, they said that. More family, then more dal, take the community back and said that. Let's say society that continue, Jan said that. More again, Yandal, take a jack of that. So, Miss Eben, so that I'm a chap, I'm a could can I take on the quick, you know. So, and then one of my auntie, never wrote a kind of garamo. And then Mitch may connect Chaka and to Tumiko and I don't back a collab back a general. You know, coach to Tony Chakapel, because she told me this guy don't know what he's doing, you know. Because tell her me don't let them more, maybe only with Jim on his bug with it. Then yeah. Tell him on the chapel. And then Chak Gorko back a letter logician. So when they could have your nation a letter logician, about your corner and about social media, the corner and Benedico can do to people will say either this is not entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
No.
know. I don't know. It's like it's a mixture. Some people are taking it as entertainment. Some people
And
are like taking it
this,
as a
this,
beat.
this is
Hmm.
not a bit, you know,
Yeah,
it is when you
it's an
look at it.
entertainment. Yeah.
First of all, she's stupidity to be jogo and you are like a jogram of the second to that, she will go benial, she took you only can chico crib. You know, when you look
Mm.
at it, this is a pretty man like it.
Keep talking. I'll be right back. I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Could you man like
Hmm.
that? Because many of them like that, many of them they're like a lot. Right there, they be cool and if an ideal many making corner like can tell. You can't know go begin no meal. You keep no go ba no meal. O no go be no big jalkel. And today tin where you can got ko brand laro nene e yan bentiu e yan la ti ba ne ti ba go support ko conscience. This is the
Yeah.
reason why I'm here.
Okay, so it
No.
involves that too as well.
La mu ki la bana labi bi no community. Iyo bu community bi garo ndi jeju ko ram randa.
Hmm. So it does
So
play a role of division as well.
with vision.
Division, I mean.
Hmm.
Yeah. So binaro di dagba too na it good to know and never been around and nyalke so and so, you know. There's that division too, cause in our society, of course, you know. Um,
So,
but
a Kenya mal.
uh
Ni da ni kwa music dan kwa jeto me ni se tente. Anga mi chuo international level.
from any genre or just hip hop.
From society, no society kelu. Anga mi chuo international level. Ni
Emmanuel
wa
Jal.
ni kwa music dan tente.
Emmanuel Jal is probably the only one I can think of.
Only Emmanuel Jal.
Yeah.
But do you know why Emmanuel Jal is the only person who should make it? So Emmanuel Jal ke le Kenyan nuare.
Ah, there you
So
go.
Emmanuel Jal, nani je?
hmm
Ke le Kenyan nuare. Rodo Emmanuel Jal ke beka duong nuare.
mm.
Si nuare no mi alto ba kulo chuk kajan level of it.
Yeah, that's true. His whole entire
Nang rodo
management.
kerwade, nang rodo
hmm
kerwade ko chelel. Rodo che gurko rodo tiek ke ken all this is stupid. Tene ken nuare tini. Do you know why ken ramsi Emmanuel Jal no mi al ben la ni jent ni mani nyoro kerwade.
That's a
We
good
bra lebo
question.
wala baro do repeat ko season first time ke kutu ngwani ta nen ke pai to ka wala season 2 de to da ka you know a
Mm.
jeri gonna pen e dial wo ko be to ne da me bo international level bo ni Emmanuel Gal Karwade.
No, you definitely made a great point. You know, these are the critical thinking that opens up our mind of where we at. You know, yeah, it's very true. Um, yeah, there's really nobody else. You know, and I think that's why I didn't get it. Like, you know, we have to follow that footstep because we're the first generation to show our whole entire community or they're successful. Okay, and it give
But
me
again,
to go to come get.
we went to Angaja, you have to get yourself out because these people are not ready to change. Go about can change, you know.
Okay.
The artists
Mm-hmm.
are not ready to change, you know. Because
Mm,
the term, let's say me dan me sangai ko and ramu bum ke hip hop ni si
mm,
fanani dial ke konte lat ke pop si ben ka koko bini sign koko bini sign koko bini sign koko bini sign mi si te group da the hip hop there to take that then again
mm.
so when I refuse again
He's
she
talking.
get into problem with a lot of artists you know that it to
Mm,
me I'm no one can no can ko sa loko best sign to them that even kon si ben tar ramu buru ne be ben mi al baro de ka what do you
mm.
look ben mi al yo you know baro de be ko ne chala mi tell God you know
Yeah.
you know. Like now people are thinking, oh, no, hey, Koko, tell a guam is out hey, Koko, 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 don't cool, tell a guam is out in
Yeah, they're not, they just either they don't want to admit the
Forget
process
that,
or
Koko, that cool, tell a guam is out in Koko is entertaining you for 10 years.
Mhm.
Anyway, Koko is making one can take on He's not a jealous person. The industry is moving for Koko. 10 years, it's in the middle within a year, and a bus, I knew it.
Mm.
Men te tell ramadi men de gwenen to gwe dol ga mo ko ko la ju ko didi jang kan na men bi ko bi ko chelo medan ko ba ta group da
Oh, wow.
you see now
Yeah.
yeah so mi chang no didi
hmm
when you are addicted of being a follower black followers forever siro do ngai ko jinna
Yeah.
let's say no dongo ba jogo ne all sign you bi ne dial bi ko da ko be jogo ne mu woti ci na ma woti ko na ma ci lela ko la gwa bu tin sene bi la tin kono gori so na chai da balaw didi jinte na jinye ba jo ni mu chai jogo lele bi lele and that's what get me into problem with a lot of people to tell me ko ba jo ko ni ko chen tele kon problem bu ben ka bi bu
So first is to control the mind, which
yeah
is
first is
very
to control
common
your
in the,
mind
yeah, in the industry.
ko chai bi jogo illa ni na mani ke ti da ramado bi
Yeah.
Rede, biro do na ko didi I have to work for myself. Can be let karama do bien.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because when we let karama do you know the reason why I cook kwa been find out that on music industry to get it agula kana didi. Or people were blind for that. Tell ramine men jiya la kaje.
Oh, they don't even see that it's happening to
They
themselves.
don't they don't even see it. No, and ba when we win, you know, ba going to attack
Mm.
a lot of cars, attack whatever. But you are afraid of saying one and then I don't want this.
Mm.
You are blind to see men jail a lot of things.
And I think that's part of like, can our young people, can our community don't understand that all this comes with a price. Going to be famous, key by your talent. It takes a lot of good or broad because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Like
there's a
now,
saying, don't go for the shiny object all the time. Like you're gonna get shiny object, and those are traps. Yeah. So they're not recognizing the traps. Because even here, like here at the industry, government, right? Yeah. Don't they? You promise a lot of things. They wouldn't know, you're gonna have this beautiful mansion, you're gonna have this fancy car, da da da. Then and all that stuff. Instead of be a research, keep be a can't find out
so me jira
what's
ga
the guarantee?
no jira mulo lo
Mm,
duang du bi katin je ke chai tin kon chai po mis ke chimen je ke bu tu mi am chi bin ki chi bin
yeah.
chi bi char da du.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say again ni te ne kon ne kana go men ni je ne kana ga te lo long bi chai ju 10,000 bai mu ke 10,000 bir wona ngal bi ne ko mi je di you do tell me the thing you don't have pressure again ku chimen men di char chi longo
Mm,
bi char.
yeah, definitely
Okay.
true. So
Yeah.
right now this live stream might be a little shorter than normal today. Because I'm kind of like running really low on the battery. We might have to do like a part two, um,
Okay.
or a part two interview to this. So, but yeah, to continue on, yeah, you definitely made a lot of fun. These are the things in Gurko and but connect with the community. They have to understand how the industry work. Ko tani ne tin wan te ne tin nanga one don't take it I'm about na ki take a naked brody and naga stuff like the imagination just goes wild. Um and I think we have to let them know that some of these things are normal that we go through in the industry. They're
But
real battles.
usually mala
Mm, mm,
kon lucky or the can any to car new age. Nani.
mm,
Then the reason why I want to work lucky today. The much may chop curl level to gather in a tail or chirandal go the media belly.
mm.
Teaching a teacher, teaching a lot. Quantity. So when we could watch a talk at a point you take up Giran. So how do you feel? Missy Giramut, this is Giramut, and the Iran.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people would have been dead right now, but they are
Mm,
not into that. So go no didi mi jira muti mi longi la togo mi nongi ke music bana de ke music. Kami nongi je ko na until ta talk ta kon na jene diala ke beni am ne diala ta nga ke mangai ke togo te tomorrow mo ay kabruna
mm,
kala shi mo to buriet. You know kami
mm.
guru mu we shi mo to buriet. The whole society people tell you, even your clan, they will go down with you.
Yeah, that is very true. But I think we're also counting on you guys. Oh, I think I got it to work. All right. Yeah, we're good now. So I don't have to worry about, the live stream ending. So we can continue on. Yeah, my phone is
Yeah.
like literally at 10%, but we're good. Um, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot to unpack, okay? There's definitely a lot to unpack, especially in the community. Yeah, Nathan, don't go on the industry, understand. Please write your thoughts in the comment section, share with us. go to ba mat kon dian, so we don't want to say that our people don't know this, but maybe they do know, maybe they do understand. Um, but that time, I don't think nothing, but too,
You
there's a
know,
saying that lack of knowledge.
people do
Huh?
understand. Media
Yeah.
people do understand, but anybody acting in nonsense. Ko bro di
Uh,
take to the toe, bina go be nyot kaladu. Kaladu mi
uh.
je bi toe, bro bi kaladu mo gwa be nyot. But you know this, na,
It's like my
you know people
Somali
want
people, they come in the
kon
light with
wango
hijab.
kon wango sigaro bi le me wal ki ko kon itin ba ben blind full shot ne. You can blind
Mm,
full us. He knows you character do what you are going through, whatever everything you know it.
yeah.
But we are too nonsense to talk. Yeah. Nonsense. I don't want to talk.
Yeah. But not everybody's like that though, it's not everybody. There's some of us like me here, like your behavior, don't you know that's I'm gonna think that's you. You know what I mean? So especially I don't know your personal background. I don't know me whatever. So it's like whatever you show me, I'm gonna believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
people are too quick to judge. Many.
yeah.
Ramkel and don't take with Jimmy G. Walla, your mouth of
Mm.
few kill. You know, she among, they will are in a malagon monkelong. You know, but you can know the game got or the judge. Maybe don't
I'm tired.
get.
Yeah.
So the cuckoo don't say like, the kind of thing like,
Kind of doing it. That's true. Mm.
can problem to the next one. Can I did it don't give a good new day? I'm going to know your malamu go along and everything. There, okay, your conclusion. You know, you.
We do conclude things a lot. That is true. Because even I'm learning about myself too. Like, they won't but I take a time to do they wouldn't know, oh my God. Then you make up something like, oh my God, my network is going off. It's going off. I gotta go. Like, you're like, whew. I just saved a
So
lot of energy of talking.
time, like what did
Mm.
any do take a season. Let's say, me take a mugura and a gira, mago do a gym, but humble, very humble alone.
Very,
But you Luigi and Joey and you so.
yeah. Good
Gira
pal
you
Medina, long guys, man. Especially Mitika door, ka good ka jaga yeah.
gira mukala nang do a gi, you do me
Mm.
go on your good pala.
Yeah. Good pal Medina, gira mo kwa door nanga That is true, yeah. Yeah. That's exactly the way
Yeah.
it is. And that's why like people like that, I can need on another level, because me a boom, katiga char kan ji plan ku ti jalga ji tell am de jingal manipulate tell am de deceive. But Canadian don't they're weak minded that easily gets deceived.
Na manu jen kwala logo, cause mi si beneta,
Mm.
di rodo chi gi long go rodo nyin ku dial ngaj ba everything ba ngaj ka ji.
Mm-hmm.
And then mi si pala chi ngaj yo, ka ta ngaj ko chi pala chi ngaj de da ji. Jene ni
Mm.
te ne tu ngwan, lo kan ne tu ngwan lo kan ko didi. En chen guru ba ti de ba ngaj ni ti ko kill.
Yeah.
Go no bi te de bi ngaj through music.
Mm.
Mi si ru ti ga chen si beneta chi gen do ro gwa ta ti mi si benti. De kon muong, de kon ngulel, de kon ngulel, de kon
Yeah.
ngulel, but you don't know me. Kujia, maybe ni president ta men kon muong kon ban tok dol ban ngulel. But tu kon yuru kela,
Mm.
di ko le yuru ta bi chen to ji kel, ko to point the kel de ji wana.
Um,
You know. So
yeah.
guru understanding mugwa.
A lot of discernment. It definitely a lot of discernment. Um, but it's tango na na wouldn't take a mission in along our community. The moment and charge disrespect around. Like kind of we know you're depressed. They assume that you're mad. They assume that you're unhappy, you're crying, you're depressed. I see that a lot. Like I don't know if that's just part of the teasing or people actually really do fall in a coma because of these things, in our society, because public figure, key celebrity need to could go against each other. Yeah.
hotel men nanga serious men ye
Okay.
ku te di do da tuong niam dan men kono but ki
Mhm.
kono de nang si yo mi siran ku li li di ku lo ya o cha na kala to men ye kon te
Oh
te
my
ki dia
goodness.
la lang te dot o bu do bi dot men ye so de
Uh,
du mi chi wona na ram lang wa dot ne me si te tuong ni ke tu tin ni ke tu tin tu men
mm,
ye. But I was like, okay, I got me to guru, me to guru, me to me alele, me with my brother, who and then wherever me the alba, me ala,
mm.
you know. Then now I thought Ramuning was, you know, a dot, would
Okay.
you be dot. When you can't be everything, let's say it made and limino, a while do a contour, but do a color.
Backward. That's how we always fall behind. We fall back. Yeah.
Because you did your wood, Garamon, the more among the band. Did you were many negro, the men la bagulin. Then they call me no
Yeah.
brand, you tell me the truth.
Mm.
Again, community down in the man, everything.
But we
Again,
definitely
Mila,
gotta learn.
Angel Langar, everything
Yeah.
Angar, call the thing about us Angar.
That is ridiculous. I mean, there's time to be serious. There's time to be playful. There's time for everything. Yeah, take a go take a get time, But that's why I did like
So,
do go fun jog on.
need to am okay. Need to wow go. Getting one let con the tail, the other joke, you go along. But the moment you need to check down, you're going to equal depressed, I'm mad, I'm what, I'm everything.
Yeah.
Only me a check. Why?
Again, I'm just like confused. I'm like, these people actually thinks you're depressed, you know? Yeah,
You have a long way to go, man.
we do.
Yeah. Means you could be successful.
Yeah.
You just in your community media, you have a long way to go.
Yeah, no,
Because
we do. We have a long way to go.
being in a cause, because me gini tire in wari, sang ji jet. Gini
Yeah.
mire jur tu koken, ba yu chang jur koken jet ko gini war.
Mm,
Any,
yeah.
tell go na utin.
And
Me
you're
chana
supposed to be
tu,
happy at home, like, yeah. There's
whoever
a lot of,
he will definitely make it. But
yeah.
maybe you just and I you care about society, you will stay there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing good about not but to our community or than that, like, Gaduki Nyadu, like who support, show them love because you don't know what they face out there. We went down bao chang bo neri ko kien ki juru ko kien, but me je kan look chang, ki je kan support mo je kan chang.
Yeah.
Yeah, bukan go nang la tiak tiak rar.
But gan min tele nung mu jege chenga, bangai no
Mm,
dong mena outside tele nung mu jege. Gan min kan ye
yeah.
chenga la chero lu. Gan mi la mu kwe de jini amdu. Gan
Mm,
mi to de ko ye dole me gan mi to do te ne kwe de ji. The same thing but I'm not doing the kwe outside. But gar am do doing the kwe to man.
mm.
Ku ke ne ni jin point jin man de. Ki jin gwande. Kon right now tele ga to nye ke community da.
Yeah, that's a
Tele
big missing part.
ram gat ko mi jiya. Wo bi gat jogo mo mi jiya.
Yeah.
Kaga yogo mala yogo yogo ni yegwa ga dumi je kwala
Wow.
wala jo be outside ke ke ni
Mhm.
ti to ala manongi ni tomorrow bo ben ga jino
Mhm.
dio bien bo no ni jimi bi chul ni bi nang ko ko la jin pon jin man ki jin gwan
Yeah.
ko ke ni ti jino ni je the same thing God kon wana man ken kon ken ni nuku lao ne na chana te deka ni ke 91 rudan te ke kere ti ji kam ni ta identity da ta paru man pen ne ti dido ba ga ni ke I don't get it.
No, refugee camp plays a huge role as well. It does, because refugee camp is part of a strategy going up but not weaken. as a community, as a society, you know. Because mila kam gonna do it all the time. Mila me gonna jiga la real gonna yin kuka, you know, chikele la charin ne dong de bomb ka de me de
de
la
bom
la
ke
gan.
te long
Yes,
de nong
you know.
ni
So
yo dong mo ba no gor ke
yeah, so refugee is only weakening the people. That's why we have refugees, you know. Ni kon like it kon get refugee in our own country, you know. Nuere chicken ka refugee camp in our own country, you know.
ti no are and is everybody
Yeah, and that's
is
not good.
everybody
That's weakening the people. That's weakening the society, you know. And so, but you know, I'm a kind of work a refugee camp. Like take a dag along. If you ever pay attention to somebody, which are a refugee camp, can I